What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Chart Striker, and this is Dana. I hope you've had a good day so far. Bitcoin is kind of doing okay, but not as good as it should be doing. But I did talk about a possible pullback or slash correction when it comes to many altcoins earlier today or earlier yesterday. And same thing, when it comes to Bitcoin, I did talk about us waiting. It's that it would be best to see that a certain level is respected and a candle closes above it, at least for us to see a continuation, which we still haven't. Okay, and things look like this correction could be coming because altcoins have already started correcting. I don't know if you noticed. Solana and let's just go through it together, okay? Because there are some altcoins that I spoke about yesterday earlier, and I told you guys that we could see some type of correction since we are at resistance levels with an overcooked RSI and so on and so forth. So we'll just get straight into it today. Well, now, otherwise, I hope you've had a good day. That's the most important thing. You got your health, you're doing fine, and everything else can be worked on as long as you guys got good health at least. And of course, not wreck your portfolios. Have some. Always preserve your gains and capitals and so on and so forth. It's not financial advice, but just saying. Anyways, let's get into it. Bitcoin. So I wasn't one of those. I was excited for the weekly candle close yesterday because it was looking real good. At the same time, I wasn't that hype because I've been speaking about this yesterday and before yesterday, so a bit earlier maybe than some are doing well, and some are hyping and some are talking about corrections probably coming soon, short-term corrections at least. And I still do believe so. This is the thing, okay? Even though weekly, I'm not gonna repeat everything I said yesterday. You can just watch the show from yesterday. But even though we have a nice strong engulfing candle and so on and so forth, on the daily, really, look, we still haven't seen a close above 21,350-ish. Still no close above that level. How high do we come? We came all the way to 21,500-ish. Fine, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there is no close above this critical level, at least the way I do TA. And if there is no close above that critical level, then it's gonna take time till we see these levels, at least that 22.5 to 22.7-ish dollars, around these levels, okay? Because we have to see it. And at the same time, even though we have positive momentum on the oscillators, like it's the first bar that is weak right now as I'm speaking, okay? Prior daily candle closed fine, not strong, not weak, just fine, kind of neutral, so nothing special. Volume kind of declining and so on. Like, I think a short-term correction is due. I've been saying it for now 2, 3 days for a reason. I did tell you guys we could go higher, but if we do not see any close above, certain levels, it really doesn't, say much. Just like, the support areas. As long as we didn't see a close, 4 hourly candle close below 20,600 and a daily close below $20,400, like it doesn't mean we're gonna shoot down. So support has been holding, resistance has been holding, and there are signs, there are a lot of signs. On top of that, altcoins has started to pull back as well. So we'll have a look at what's going on. But on the daily, this is it. Like oscillators, I've already spoken about it. And when it comes to the resistance levels, you already know. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly. Like there's some clear fight kind of going on, between the bulls and the bears right now. Looking at the 4 hourly, just to do this, maybe it's easier for you guys to see what I mean. Hold on. So this is what's going on. Like we still look that $21,350 is a must. We need a daily close above it. We need a 4 hourly candle close above it, and I don't see it right now. We do have some nice divergence, kind of building on one of the oscillators, but MACD has already turned bullish. Okay, on the 15th of January, just before yesterday. We have this RSI that is resetting itself, which is important. Like it's important. It's even better if it could do the same, on the daily, because like the bad divergence even on the daily might be a bit difficult to see, but it is there, guys. It is there. It is there on this area. It is here on. It is there also between this to this area, like and it's only, look, if we start getting rejected at these levels, one of the bad divergences I've been speaking about like in a few days now is most likely to be activated. And if that happens, the correction could be a bit deeper. Like we came all the way to $20,600, something like that, yesterday as well, but it isn't that deep. Like if we go to the low 20s and kind of hold, then we can say it is a correction. Just because it came down a few $100, it's good, but it's not the correction I'm like thinking of. Okay, like the low 20,000 would be a nicer correction. Okay, if it is to come, that is if we see it for hourly candle close at least below $20,400, so $20,500. But for now, we're still holding this support that I spoke about sometime in the weekend. Do not remember when, but in the weekend we're still holding. We kind of broke above this resistance, which is right by the heart line. So I'm gonna remove this little blue box right here now, or just hide it in case we're gonna talk about it another day. So that's Bitcoin pretty much. Okay, I do see signs of the bears kind of showing here and there, and the bulls starting to get exhausted. Just keep that in mind as well. At resistance areas, same thing on the daily, really, even though this candle is neutral. Like all in all, this is it's either gonna go sideways. Okay, we don't get to see that correction and then we just continue on, or we close below 20,000, 500-ish dollars, at least on a 4 hourly, and then we actually pull back to the low 20,000s. And we'll see if that support holds. If it doesn't, the next level's incoming. So that's Bitcoin pretty much. We can have a look at the hourly as well. Yeah, we keep on having those wicks, but notice one thing. We keep on being smashed down by the bears as well. Bulls, kind of take charge, and then bears come and kind of smash them down. Now, there is no nice divergence that I can pinpoint right now. Like, there's nothing. We're still above this hard line. Hard line breaks, we go low, back to this support at least. I should pull this back a little bit. Or not. It's good because I drew this on, I think, another time frame, not the hourly. So that's why it's kind of, a bit not in sync, but I drew it in another time frame. So yeah, I do see that bulls showing signs that they're starting to get exhausted now. On an hourly, if we close anywhere below this level, I can just mark it. Hold on. Any close below this level right here, we could, pull back a little bit, more, at least to 20,000, 240-ish to 20,000-ish levels. That is if we close. So that would be, first warning sign. Any hourly close, below $20,590. Yeah, then we pull back a bit more, okay? Most likely. So that's Bitcoin. Let's move on to the next one. I'm kind of feeling a bit like I got the cold or something. Maybe you guys can hear it in my voice, but we're still grinding. We're still here grinding. Okay, let's go ahead and look at Ethereum. Kind of the same with Ethereum, unless we break above, we see a close above 1,640, 1,650. Okay, I'm being conservative. $1,650. That bad divergence could be activated, so we gotta be cautious, guys. We are at resistance. Fine. It is. Look, it was nice when we were above 1,570-ish. We closed above it, but guess what? Right now I do daily just started, excuse me, let me remove this. Actually, let me remove all the alarms right now so you guys do not get disturbed. It's good that we closed above, 1,570-ish, because that was also another important level, but it doesn't mean the bad divergence can't be activated, still, there's still a chance it could happen if we do not see a close above $1,650, okay? We are holding this support area right now after closing above 1,000, 570-ish dollars. Kind of pull back here, fine, but as long as we hold this one, I guess we are still okay. If we lose this level, not much, holding us until 1,470 to 1,450-ish dollars for a start. But it's looking a little bit better than Bitcoin, just a little bit, but it's not out of this danger zone really if you weigh in everything. So we still have to be cautious, okay? Let's have a look at the by the way, before I get into the 4-hourly, we have our first, weak bar on the histogram. Our side is still overcooked. No need to get into that again. I've been talking about the RSI nonstop. On the 4-hourly, signs that the bears are kind of showing already is here. The bulls are a bit exhausted, like we're getting hints already, guys. Like this close that I'm talking about is so important. Above $1,650, it's very, very important. We need to see a close above that level. Now we are holding this area right here as support. Let me just draw it for you so you see it visually. So any close below this area right here, okay, below 1,507, that would be your first, a first warning sign, not your, but that would be one's first warning sign that we could go a bit lower, at least to $1,470-ish to $1,450, okay? Just keep that in mind. This is on the 4-hourly, the support, this market for. There you go. As you guys can see, at the same time, we got this bad divergence from this point to this point. Like things are not looking the best. What I like with Ethereum still though is we are still above $1,150, okay? But if we lose that one, see eventually around 1,530-ish to 1,507, because we have some support around these levels. If you guys notice, we kind of pull back, but then the bulls, they come in, we push a bit more. Thing is, we still are not close to these areas. Even if we are close to these areas, if I do not see a daily candle close above this level and just a wick, just like we saw on Bitcoin right now, just these types of wicks, but not a real close, it really doesn't do it, okay? It's not gonna do it. So we are close to resistance, major resistance around $1,670, but we are already at first resistance areas. That is very important for Ethereum as well, like major for Ethereum. So we need to see that close above $1,670, guys, for this to continue. Like not much to add there right now. That's pretty much it. If we lose levels of, let's say, we lose this $1,500 on Ethereum, okay? Around these levels, $1,500. We close anywhere below it. See eventually around even on the hourly, like there's not much until 1,450-ish areas. Okay, so it's the same like the hourly. It's the same like the 4-hourly. So on the hourly, it's the same support level I'm looking at. Okay, should use this a little bit. And pull it, just extend it so you guys can see. So that's it for Ethereum. On the hourly, let's see now. 4 hourly, MACD must have turned bearish as well on the 15th, just like Bitcoin. Yep. Yes, indeed. And there's some nice divergence as well on Ethereum. Okay, so we could see, one more leg up. Same thing when it comes to Bitcoin. We could see one more leg up. And I'm talking about the 4 hourly, okay? Do not confuse it with something else. On the 4 hourly, we could see, one more leg up. But on the daily, if we do not see that close above 1,000, 21,350-ish, it's not gonna do it, guys. Okay, same thing when it comes to Ethereum, because I do notice, there is some nice divergence, building right now, which could lead to one more leg up close to the prior, highs. But if we do not see that close above $1,670, it's not gonna do it either. Okay, but keep that, just keep that in mind. We could see one more leg up, like very, very likely. And then we see those bad divergences probably become activated after that. But so all hope for one more leg up is not completely lost. Okay, I'm talking about corrections being on the way around the corner, so it's possible. But some altcoins have already started with the corrections. Some altcoins have already started, and we will go through it just to see what's going on. Prior daily candle kind of closed, neutral, nothing to add there, so we can just, let it be. It's nice that we closed above 1,570. We're still holding, this support line right here, above 1,550-ish dollars. So we could see one more leg up, at least, to, I don't know, we could wick all the way to 1,677, but it's not gonna do it if we do not close above 1,670. Just like we have certain levels we need to close above on Bitcoin's chart, it's the same with Ethereum's. Just keep that in mind, friends. Okay, so now we can move on to the next one. XRP. Yeah, bulls are kind of exhausted here. Okay, bulls are kind of exhausted. We do have this bad divergence, that is kind of showing, and if we can't close above on a daily above 0.3977, let's just say $0.4, this bad divergence can also become activated. Like, look what's going on. We are at resistance number one. Okay, this is a daily 4 hourly resistance, so profit taking levels, whichever you like to call it. We came, we touched it, but then the bears come and they kind of smash the PA down. Okay, we are losing the strength in the oscillators. Doesn't matter whether it be the histogram or the RSI, kind of the same. I mean MACD or the RSI, kind of the same. MACD still bullish though, and RSI still looking okay. Like, this is what we need to do. Okay, well, this is what Ripple needs to do for multiple bad divergences or bearish divergences to become invalid. Okay, first we need a daily candle close above 0.398-ish dollars. Okay, second, we need another daily candle close above $0.408, because if those two things do not happen, let's say we close above 0.398, okay, we kind of go up a little bit, but then we kind of just wick to the top of this box. We don't really see a close above 0.408. Then there's still a chance that another band divergence could be activated, and then because we're at resistance as well, and so on. And then if we see some loss of strength when it comes to the bulls, when the bulls kind of lose strength and you can see it, guess what happens next? So these are different scenarios that could happen. Okay, so the daily, that's pretty much it. We are above, well, the short-term moving average is price action is above the short-term moving average. Okay, we came all the way and touched even the midterm, but in general, with my settings, still kind of not favoring the bulls completely. Let me have a look at the short-term settings. Hold on. Yeah, short-term settings. You know, the short-term looks like it wants to curl above the midterm, but it still has space. It still has space. It's not like happening right now. But if you ask me, according to TA, Ripple has kind of already started with the pullback action. Okay, so if we close anywhere below this level right here, let me just show you. Now this can easily, because we've already broken out of it. Okay, so we're just gonna turn it to support now and adjust and so on and so forth. So we do have some support around these areas, guys, between 0.38-ish to 0.369-ish dollars. Let's just say 0.37-ish dollars. Okay, if we close anywhere below this area right here, below 0.368-ish dollars, there is nothing holding us until this level right here, this box again. Okay, 0.35 to 0.338, pretty much, because yeah, there is literally nothing. If we close below this one, it's straight down to these levels. It's looking weak, guys. On the daily, it's starting to look, well, it's not, yeah, it's starting to look weak. We do have this nice divergence on Ripple's 4-hour chart as well. If you ask me, we are going further down to at least this level, and then we'll see what happens. Like even if we come all the way to 0.36, like on the 4-hourly, wouldn't be that surprising right now. But bears are kind of showing their faces, as to say, if you get what I mean. They're kind of already showing their faces, like they're here, they're not gone, so kind of be careful. So this correction is gonna happen, like whether we want it or not. It looks like it's gonna happen, or most likely it will happen, at least. Hold on, guys. I thought somebody was it sounded like somebody was kind of, I don't know, shouting from the outside, but there was nothing. Okay, shouting, I mean screaming. So that's Ripple pretty much. Not much to add there. what resistance we need to break above to see next level, which is around 0.44 ish dollars. Okay, at least we can even go all the way to 0.4650 if certain levels are broken, but like I said, we need to get above this area right here first. And by the looks of things, looks like it's most likely that we get a correction first, and then some type of continuation, maybe. We'll see. That is if support holds, of course. So that's Ripple. We can move on to the next one. Mask. We're gonna mix it up today a little bit. It's one that I haven't had a look at since I made the last video, and so far, like, it's respecting TA. Can't be mad. It's respecting TA. Let's see now. Now on the daily, we kind of hit resistance. If you guys notice, you see this red line? We kind of hit it to the dot, almost to the dot, okay? This red line is around 3.245. We came as far as 3.184, okay? So very close, very close. But we never saw anybody close above this level right here, which is very important for us to see, for continuation to continue to at least, this level right here around 3.46-ish to 3.7, 5-ish dollars, but we still haven't seen anything yet. Now we're kind of pulling back to this level. Now this is not resistance anymore. Now it's support since we broke out of it. So we have bad divergence on mask, okay? It's only gonna be irrelevant if we see any daily candle close above, around $4. So let's just say 3.98-ish, but around $4. If we see any daily candle close above that level, then then the bad divergence, is gonna be irrelevant. But look where we are and look where that target is. It's kind of far away, so most likely we will see it be activated, if anything. So on the daily, I do expect us like to pull back to at least I don't know, 2.5-ish dollars, and if that doesn't hold, like, not much holding us until, well, look, this support, I should actually change it a little bit. Just hold on. There you go. So if we see any candle close below 2.623, okay, below 2.623, that would mean we'll go a bit lower to 2.5-ish at least. If that doesn't hold, though, not much holding us until 2.3-ish to $2 really, okay? If that happens, that is if we lose this 2.5-ish dollars, close any daily, close any 4-hourly below that level, that's kind of one of the first warning signs that telling us that this could go a bit lower, okay? So that's mask pretty much. The resistance level we need to kind of break above, okay, which is mainly this one, but a daily candle close above this area right here, $3 is important. Then on the 4-hourly, if we see any close above 3.25-ish dollars, $3.4, it means more likely we will go a bit higher, at least to these levels, okay? If we see any 4-hourly candle close above 3.4546, eventually around 3.75-ish dollars, okay, for now. So that's the support and resistance areas. Like we do see some nice, divergence, kind of building on the 4-hourly chart right now. So if this support holds at these levels, we could see it, come back. Just give it one more try to at least, $3, at least $3. We'll see. Because we do have some resistance there on the 4-hourly chart right now. But daily, yeah, there's bad divergence on both oscillators. Keep that in mind. On the hourly, there's some nice divergence on the hourly as well. But if one wants to see a continuation, on the hourly, we need to see at least this happen. Well, I don't have to draw a line. That would be unnecessary. But we need to see a close above at least, $2.8. If we see that one, 2.835 if you want to be conservative, then it's gonna be, a warning sign that we could go a bit higher to at least, that $3 area that I spoke about. But if this is to go higher, then we need to break above $3, close an hourly above $3, and then we can see, at least test the current highs or the prior highs, just the ones that we just had. That is mask, so we can move on to the next one. Okay guys, I need to drink some water, so hold on ish. Let's see now. Next. Mating. Polygon. So we kind of came in all the way to that resistance level around $1. Okay, we came all the way to around $1. This is after holding support, like kings. Like Matic has been doing actually fine. We do have some nice, momentum on the oscillators. Like our side is sure and around closer to overboughtish, territories than anything else, but not as bad as, not as overcooked as we've seen, some of the other altcoins. So it's still got some room to go. Volume is kind of, where's the volume, guys? Where is the volume? It's there, it's not there. It's like playing hide and seek, We're still holding this trend line that has been acting as support in, other times, and resistance in other times. Right now we are holding it as support again. Right now we did close above critical levels, which is very, very good. Okay, around this, above this area. Gotta stretch it out. Hold on. So as long as we do not, close below 0.945, it is fine. The moment we do that, though, there is not much holding us until, 0.89-ish to 0.87-ish, okay? Just letting you know. That is if we see a, close below $0.95 on the daily, okay? But right now, it's kind of looking okay. What would make it even look better is if we can see a close above $1.07. That would mean the chances could increase that we go a bit higher to at least 1.13-ish. You see any for hourly candle close above that one, or hourly candle close above that one, see eventually around 1.25, this level right here, between 1.2 to 1.325, really not much holding us. On the 4 hourly, there's some nice divergence going on Matic. Kind of looking at this and seeing that there's a fight going on between the bulls and the bears right now, okay? But every time we kind of pull back down, the bears kind of back it down. The bulls came in and kind of pushed the price up, so that's not bad either. But we do have bad divergence. Look, on the daily, this is one of the charts that I can actually say that I do not see any bad divergence on it yet, because now we've had a look, at some others, including Bitcoin. All of them show this bad divergence at the moment. Like, that can change if certain things happen, but at the moment they are showing that there's bad divergence building, but not on Matic, not on Polygon. Just keep that in mind, okay? Like, there is none that is building even right now, okay? So I can't say that. Except on the 4-hourly. On the 4-hourly, there is some type of bad divergence going on one of the oscillators, so keep that in mind. It's kind of good that it reset at the same time. It's kind of good that it's reset, okay? So you guys see this? I should turn this to white. So we see that, going on with Polygon, but on the other oscillator, we do have some nice divergence. So it's kind of, conflicting. It's like not going hand in hand right now, but it's fine. It's fine. Looking at this, I do see that there is still steam in the bulls. Like, there's still steam, even though the bears are showing their faces here and there. There's still steam in the bulls. Like, it's not completely over. Like, there's still a chance for this to go a little bit higher, just a little bit higher, and it's possible if excuse me, guys, if Bitcoin's one more leg up and Ethereum's one more leg up kind of plays out, there is possibility that Matic could kind of follow, you know how altcoins love to follow the king, so very possible. We just need to see a close. If we can see a close above, damn, my throat, hold on, guys. If we can see a close above this level right here, and this on the hourly that I'm talking about, okay? If you can see a close above 1.05, that is first warning, 1.067 if you want to be a bit more conservative. That is a first warning sign, that we could go a bit higher, a bit higher to at least, 1.15-ish, 1.27-ish. Just saying. If we can see an hourly close above that one, so that would kind of be a warning sign that it's gonna happen, okay? To turn this to blue, That blue, this blue. Cool. Um, there is no bad divergence on the hourly either, really. Or is there? No, there is none. Yeah, Matic is one of those still looking fine-ish. So, like, sure, the beers are showing here and there, but still kind of looking fine-ish. So we can move on to the next one. We're done with that one as well. Next. Dogecoin. Guys, did I mention Matic support areas? I feel like I missed that. Or maybe I did discuss it. Yeah, if we see any hourly candle close, for example, below 0.94, just in case I missed it. Yeah, I did speak about it. Okay, I did speak about it. Okay, back to Dodge. So, Dogecoin. Look, there is some clear bad divergence going on Dogecoin. Okay, looking at the Easterns, like both kind of lost. Well, bulls are starting to lose steam. We are at resistance. We couldn't break above this, critical level right here, which is around 0.09562 yet, at least. If we do, next levels is not much holding us until, if we close above 0.09562, not much holding us until, this level right here, 0.108 to 0.12, really, not much holding us, okay? But right now, bears are kind of showing their face, they're starting to show their face. We have bad divergence on both oscillators. Bears are in control right now, kinda, okay? If we lose this old resistance, that should act as support now. Lose this one. If we close any candle below, not far from 0.0784, it's not a big difference, I mean, between 0.0784 to $0.0776, okay? If we close anywhere below this area right here, $0.0776, then see eventually around this level right here. Just trying to stretch it out. Because look, on the daily, really, this is a 4-hourly support. On the daily though, there is not much holding us until all the way around these levels, okay? 0.06963. So if you see any close below this level, it's one of the warning signs that we could, if one sees it close below this level, it's a warning sign, from one that it could, most likely that it could, go back to these areas, okay? Not that strange. It's not going to be that strange. On the 4-hourly, we have some nice divergence. Now, notice how many of these altcoins, are showing nice divergence. Not only altcoins, but Bitcoin as well. So we'll see what happens. Volume declining, sell pressure kind of more than the buy pressure right now. RSI was never overbought when it comes to Dogecoin, like not. So look, something like this can happen. The support holds, we don't come all the way here, or we come all the way here, fine, but then we see some ziggy-zaggy action back up. Could happen, but if this support breaks, then lower we go, okay? Looking at the 4-hourly, let me just draw what I see. So we have some channel that, a channel that is being respected right now. Of course, if we close anywhere below the channel, what's up. If we get above the channel, also what's up. But on the 4-hour, we have clear resistance, around this level right here, okay? 0.086-ish to 0.088-ish, really. If we can see a close above that level, we could come and retest, at least, 0.09. Like, I know price-wise, it's not a big difference, but I'm just telling you what I see. So 0.09 to 0.092, very possible. If we can see a close above, 0.088-ish on the 4-hourly. Like, there is some nice divergence. That is the thing. It could play out. That is, if this doesn't end up closing, below 0.075, because if it closes below that level, that nice divergence is going to become invalid, okay? Completely. When it comes to Bitcoin, it's far away from these levels, like, and Matic, just hold on. Yeah, and may take as long as we don't see a close below 0.0968-ish, $6. That nice divergence, could play out, okay? Play out, so keep that in mind. But if we see any close below that one, then, lower we go as well. So yeah, we need to hold this level pretty much if we want to see that nice divergence, hold. Like 0.077-ish to 0.075-ish is important to hold for the nice averages to play out, okay? Otherwise, if you see any close below these levels on the 4-hourly, time frame, then any candle close that is, then that nice divergence is gonna become, irrelevant. It's gonna fail. Keep that in mind. Right now, the bears are in charge in the 4-hourly as well. We got negative momentum on the oscillators and so on and so forth. On the hourly, if we see any close above 0.085-ish dollars, if you want to be a bit more conservative, hold on, let me just draw it for you. On the hourly, we have different, resistance levels. Just draw them. So any close above 0.08517 is gonna be a warning that we could go all the way to at least 0.0864-ish to 0.08755-ish, like all the way to 0.88 wouldn't surprise me really, but just saying, okay, very possible, but we need that hourly close at least above this level first, okay? So I can remove this one. I just wanted to make it visual for you guys. So that's Dodge pretty much. So we can move on. Let me just have a look at the oscillators. Nice averages, on well, at least on one of the oscillators, like there's some nice averages starting to build, but if we go any lower and the negative momentum keeps on going, it could become, invalid. But right now it's kind of starting to build. Okay, so let's see what happens. I like those pullbacks, that we've been having on the hourly, but we're not even above the heart line right now, so I will be right back, guys. 2 minutes. Okay, let's move on. The next one. Want. Want. Look now, quant. Quant is like it was closer to overbought territory. It's kind of resetting right now. We still got positive momentum on the oscillators. Doesn't look like our daily candle kind of still, closed in a strong way, more than a weak way, okay? Compared to maybe Bitcoin's neutral or Ethereum's, eh coin. Candle. This is still looking fine-ish. Like there's still a chance that we could go all the way to 148, like $150-ish okay, areas. There is some bad divergence though. There is some bad divergence, so we need to, the oscillators to keep on bringing that positive, keep on, letting that positive momentum grow. But I can't say this looks worse than some of the others we had a look at. That would not be true, okay? Looking at the 4-hourly, sure, pullback expected. Looking at this one, like all the way to $134 would not be that shocking, okay? If we lose this one though, see eventually around $124, like 124 to 126, really, okay? Wouldn't be that surprising. That is if you see a close below $134 on the hourly, okay? For hourly, even more confirming, but the hourly would do it also. Then see eventually around, that on the 4-hourly at least, that's the support that I see. I don't see anything else until then, really, okay? So 126 to 124-ish dollars, pretty much. That's where we had the old resistance. If you guys notice, look left. So keep that in mind. I do see correction is upon us, at least, right now. So question is if this support will hold $134, or will we see a close below that level and continue a bit further down, okay? But on the daily, it's still looking fine. On the 4-hourly, there is no bad divergence, not that I can, nope, none, nothing at all right now. Hourly, we kind of see that the pullback has already started. We have this nice divergence though, and it's gonna be there. Look, it kind of goes hand in hand with the 4-hourly, what we just saw. As long as we do not see a close below, $125-ish dollars on the hourly, that nice divergence could be activated. So keep that in mind, okay? So it's still looking fine-ish to me, okay? We just need to hold this $134. Like it would be a bit better if we can do that. Yeah, it's looking fine-ish. It's looking fine. Of course, like I told you guys, if we see any, 4-hourly candle close above 150-ish dollars, not much really holding us until 155-ish on the daily. Any close above $155 kind of can take us to $162, minimum $162. We between 160 let's just say 163 to 167-ish, between this level right here, okay, to this level right here, the top of this box. We could meet resistance when we see 167, but if that is also broken, okay, and for hourly is fine, really, do not have to wait that far. If we see any close on the 4 hourly above $167, that, you know, it's more likely than that we are gonna see that level of 173 to $174. Just keep that in mind. And when it comes to support, you already know what's up, what we need to hold. Otherwise, see around 124-ish dollars eventually, if 134 doesn't hold, of course. And I'm just talking about short-term, you know, pullbacks and so on and so forth. So we can move on to the next one. Nothing more to add here, really. Zen, for the Zen lovers, Zen. If you were here for the show past days, I've been talking about how Zen tends to gain strength when Bitcoin has been losing strength. Like, I've seen it happen multiple times, multiple times. So there was possibility that we could see, you know, some strength in it if Bitcoin kind of pulls back a little bit or goes sideways or something like that. You know, not only sideways, especially if it pulls back. Daily, prior daily candle close in a bullish, you know, way. Okay, so that is a good thing for Zen. We gotta see some follow through, of course, but it's a good start. It's a good start. It's not a bad start on the daily. On the 4 hourly, we kind of have reached our second. I think it's second. Let me just look. That second resistance, because we did speak about this. Remember this? I did tell you guys that if we see a close above this one, it's eventually around these levels. But if we see any 4 hourly candle close above this area right here, or hourly candle close above this area right here, then there is not much holding us until these levels. And if I stretch it out, you guys can see that we came that area literally. Okay, so it's looking fine-ish, really. Thing is, right now we are at resistance, right? We are at resistance. And look, not only are we at resistance, but another thing, there's some bad divergence, you know, going on. Like we need to see a candle close above 2540 areas. This level, and 2540, I'm being conservative. Okay, on the 4 hourly, if we see that, the bad divergence that we see could become irrelevant, but until then it's kind of there, fine. On the 4 hourly, still looking fine to me. Like, prior 4 hourly candle kind of closed good. We still got positive momentum on the oscillators. Like, there is no bad divergence that I can see, at least right now. Just a little bit, you know, type B, but it's not that significant right now. Okay, we do have support at all the resistance areas. So if we close below this level right here, okay, below 2085-ish, we can come back to these levels, you know, 1953 to 1890 areas. Because that one though, then we can pull back a bit, you know, lower to at least, you know, 1810 to 1723-ish levels, very possible. If we lose Just saying, if we lose 1-7, you know, let me just do this. You know, if we lose this area pretty much, okay, that would be around 1,712 dollars, around that level. And see eventually around, you know, 1,588-ish, because there is not much really holding us if that happens. Let's have a look at the hourly. We spoke about this move, you know, most likely to happen before it happened also, so all good, all good. On the hourly, hmm, hmm, there is signs of bad divergence, guys, on the hourly now. Look, as long as we do not see an hourly close below just, you know, the top of this box, below 1953, it's okay. If we do though, not much holding us until these levels on the hourly as well, okay? Just keep that in mind. But that divergence going on, but we are holding some type of a support right now. Let's look at this. Closing below this level, seeing it being, you know, respected as resistance instead of support would kind of confirm we are gonna go lower. Just an extra thing one can do to see what's going on, what's up. If we see any hourly candle close above 2241 though, okay, 2241 areas, then see eventually at least, you know, back to these levels, okay, the 2268 to 2342 at least. So that's pretty much Zen. Looks like bulls are kind of in control on the daily right now. We need some follow through, of course. Same thing on the 4 hourly. Cannot say the opposite. Like our size is not overcooked, anything like that right now. At least at the moment I'm speaking, like 4 hourly is still fine. 4 hourly time frame is still okay. So that's Zen. Eventually, if we see, you know, this close above this area right here, our next resistance would be around 2545-ish dollars. If that, you know, closes, there's a lot of resistance going up, just like there was, you know, a lot of support when we're, you know, going down as well, okay? So we need to see a 4 hourly candle close above 2536. If we see that one, see eventually around 2716 levels, okay? Not much holding us until that area. Yeah, we'll take it level by level because right now, good, TA got respected so far. There are other levels to talk about, but we'll take it step by step. You see how we're kind of, you know, meeting some resistance action at these levels, okay? Just like we met some resistance action at these levels, we pulled back. Same thing here, we pulled back, okay? So that's it for Zen. So far we've had a look at Quant, Dodge, Matic, Mask, XRP, and the King and Queen, you know, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and also Zen. Let's see what else. Let's have a look at what Bitcoin is doing in the meantime. It's hanging on. Came, touch support again. Okay, guys, next. I'm just having a sip of my tea when I'm not talking, that's why. A bit quiet. Well, it was a bit quiet. So let's have a look at Solana. You see, Solana was super exciting at these levels. I was kind of mini hyping, about it because all the signals, telling us that a reversal was most likely to happen, that respected, and it happened. Okay, like it didn't happen because of me, it happened because of the TA that we have to respect, right? Right now, it's gonna, resetting itself on the RSI. We still have positive momentum on the MACD and so on and so forth. Let me have a look at the short-term moving averages. Hold on. Of course, every time like I'm trying to find it, like place hide and seek. Hold on. Here it is. Okay. So on the daily, on the 14th of January, short-term moving average crossed above the midterm. Nice. Problem is we are far away from the long-term moving average, like far away. So it's not completely in favor of the bulls. Like everything has to be in order for it to be, in favor of the bulls. So it's not right now. It's just not, okay? It's just accept it and do nothing. Like there is still a chance that we can see, 27, 0.5. That is if we see that one leg up, when it comes to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so on and so forth. Let's on the daily, there's not much to add really. Look, there's a fight going on between the bulls and the bears right now. We're going sideways, fine. One has to give. One of them has to eventually give, okay, for this to work out. Like they can't be bickering and fighting and so on and so forth, right? If we see, look, before I say what I was gonna say, there's some nice divergence on the 4-hourly, okay, which could mean we could see, around, 27.5-ish dollars, very possible. Very possible. Like any 4-hourly candle close above that level, really. Not only 27.5, but 27.5 to 28-ish dollars. Any 4-hourly candle above that area would mean that we could see, 30.7-ish or $31. Just keep that in mind, okay? So look, it's a lot of these altcoins, Bitcoin, and so on and so forth. They are around critical levels. Like they are, starting to itch off critical levels. Fine. Thing is, it doesn't mean we can have just one more last leg up if Bitcoin, decides to get some power, okay? And then we see some type of correction. Fine. Unless of course Bitcoin decides, to go left and then just, close. Do not close, below 21,000. This level that is critical, $21,350-ish, and then it's pretty much done. Or we could just see a wick, and then we fail to close above that level, and then it's done also. Anyways, right now, okay, that was not supposed to. There you go. should always lock the drawing mode, because if I don't, things like that tend to happen and then I lose my, areas and so on and so forth. But right now on the 4 hourly, Solana looks like the bulls are losing steam. Okay, look at how we're being strongly rejected at resistance areas. Like all these, candles kind of are implying that even though we have a nice divergence, doesn't mean we can't pull back, especially if we break this hard line, close any hourly candle below $23, which we are trying to hold, which we are really trying to hold. If you just, look at this, I want to extend this, but I do not want to, mess up the levels, okay, between 24.27 to $22. Really, I do not want to mess it up. But if we see any hourly candle close below $23, it means that we could, pull back a bit lower, at least to, 22.4-ish to $22, very possible. So on the shorter time frames, looks like the bears got it. Okay. There is this nice divergence though that is building. It's only gonna be invalid if we see a 4-hourly candle close below, let's say, this support right here, okay, $16 to $15.4, which we are far away from now. Like before we see this support, we need to break, at least, this support, which is around, 18.35 to 17.7. So there's still room. There's still a lot of room, okay. So that's Solana pretty much. The levels to the upside. If we see any hourly candle close above 24.3-ish dollars, I take that back. $25, okay, and I'm being conservative on the hourly. And on the 4-hourly, if we see any close above $24.4, it would do it. On the hourly though, we need to see a close above, I repeat, we need to see a close above, $25, and I'm being conservative. If we can see that one, see eventually around, that 27.8-ish to 27.5 to $28, really, okay? Any close above 28.3, like I said, see eventually a bit higher. But hourly, yeah, bulls are struggling. Looking at the shorter time frames, bulls are definitely struggling. Bad divergence on the 4-hourly, but I guess on one of the oscillators we do see some bad divergence that developed, and it's kind of playing out. Not done playing out, it's kind of playing out. But on the other oscillator, like, things are clashing right now. Things are clashing, okay? But boy, if we lose this support, guys, if we lose this support around 18, well, let's just say, the bottom of this box, 17.7, like, the chances are gonna increase much higher that we could go, all the way to this area. Now we do have support around, 17.15 to $16.6. We do have some support there, but not as strong as this level right here, okay? This support area right here. Just keep that in mind. So that's pretty much Solana. Our daily candle kind of didn't close that strong, but kind of neutral in my eyes. We have this bad divergence. I already spoke about this. It's only gonna be, invalid if we can see a close. This is a, far away right now, because It's gonna be more relevant when we are closer to, if we are closer to 30, $31, you know, somewhere around this level right here. But until then, it's not that necessary to bring up, but I'm just gonna talk about it because it's good to know. Um, there's some bad divergence that could be activated if we do not see a daily close eventually, you know, above 37.4-ish dollars, and we're far off away from it right now. But just saying, possibility is there, okay? Because that's what I see on the charts. So that's Solana pretty much. So far we've had a look at King and Queen. Now, from now on, when I call it King and Queen, you know I'm talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Okay. So the King and Queen and XRP, Matic, Mask, Dogecoin, Want, then Solana. Let's have a look at how long have I been live now? 1 hour and 37 minutes. Okay. Let's have a look at one that I've seen people want to see some TA on. Thing is, I made a video about this crypto. Let me just see which date this was. Hold on. When I made a video about it. On the 5th of January. The 5th of January, okay? It's DYDX. Now, if you go back to that video, you will see it has been respected. We've hit, you know, the resistance levels or profit taking levels that I spoke about. We've held support, you know, like I don't know, like Superman. You know? It's held like it didn't, you know, look that horrible. Now we will have a look at it. Let's let me just have a sip of my tea and we'll continue with that one. You guys notice that, by the way, not that we're gonna talk about font right now, because we're gonna get into DYDX, I mean. You guys realize that quant is kind of, you know, bears are showing their existence, you know, that they exist, okay? This is on the 4 hourly. On the daily, prior daily candle close, it closed, you know, nice, in a good way. We have some bad divergence going on one of the oscillators, but on the 4 hourly, we could see like, look, if we see any close below this level, $138, like most likely we will come back all the way to 134-ish dollars. But I'm not gonna get into that because now we're gonna talk about, look, since yesterday, a lot of altcoins had some type of a pullback. Like, there's a reason to why the markets are kind of reddish, today most of the time. But it's it's not that deep of a correction yet, okay? Now let's head over to DYDX. So I made this on the 5th of January. On the 5th of January, I came out, I told you guys, things are looking very interesting. We have an inverted head and shoulders, right? As long as we break a 4-hourly candle above this area, eventually around, first resistance, and if that, is respected, we come all the way here, and then it breaks out of it. Let me just check this out. Hold on. We see a 4-hourly candle close above 1.45-ish dollars. I told you we can come, all the way to these levels. If we see any 4-hourly candle close above $1.6, it would mean, we go a bit higher to at least, 1.76. These were daily targets. These were, 4-hourly targets, and we kind of, almost touched this level. Almost. We came all the way to 1.588. This box starts at 1.6, like literally a few cents away. Okay. So right now, the XDY looking like it wants to do something now. Hold on. Time to take action as usual was, of course, around these levels. When I said if you see any 4-hourly candle close above this area, kind of good. Any daily candle close, even better. And guess what? When we close above it, we met some, resistance at this level. If you look close, we had some resistance, but the moment we broke above it, we saw a daily candle close above it. This happened, right? Now, we do have some bad divergence, okay, that is showing on one of the oscillators. Like, we need to see a close above this area, 1.766, for one of the bad divergences to become invalid, and then we got, another one. But let's take it level by level, step by step, right? Hold on. Let me see if there's anything I can bring up from the moving averages short term. No, not enough data, so can't do that. On the daily though, this is what's going on. Price action is above the short-term moving average, which is not bad. Right now, bulls are not completely in charge. Okay, bears are kind of taking over, and if we see any daily candle close, they're starting to take over. The bears. If we see any daily candle close below 1.378-ish dollars, that would mean, we go a bit more lower. Okay, a bit more lower. We still have positive momentum on the oscillators. RSI is really in nice territories still. 4-hourly, look at this. Same thing here, really. If we see a close below 1.378-ish dollars on the 4-hourly in the time frame, no, 1.3, just below, anywhere below 1.37 to 1.34-ish dollars, or 1.32 really. $1.33, sorry, anywhere if we close below 1.37, okay, the bottom of this box, $1.378, we go a bit lower to at least, 1.32-ish dollars on the 4 hourly. But you see, any 4 hourly candle close below that area, friends, then it's straight down to this support area right here. There's really not much holding us until that area. We have some support around this level, but not as strong as this one. Not as strong as this one. So keep that in mind. On the 4 hourly, clearly, the bears are more in charge than anything else. If I look at the hourly, maybe we'll see something, brewing, something good for the bulls. Let's have a look. But before I do that, divergence. You have some nice divergence going on the 4 hourly, like building. Okay, it's not complete. It's just building right now on both oscillators. So that's not a bad thing, as long as we do not close below $1.32. That nice divergence is going to be there, okay? It is going to keep on building, fine. But if you see a close below that one, forget about it. Just completely forget about it, okay? On the hourly, we do have support around $1.42. Any close below $1.42 would mean that we go lower to at least, 1.37-ish dollars, the levels that we spoke about when it comes to the 4 hourly. And if we lose, that $1.37 on the hourly, kind of looking the same. Further lower we go to at least, around 1.33. It's kind of the same, levels I spoke about, when it comes to the 4 hourly. But this is before, if I would not want to wait for the 4 hourly for the 4 hourly to do things first for me to see, what is to come. Then I just, zoom into the hourly and look at these levels and see if they're holding and or being broken, and then that would be a warning sign as well. So that's DYDX. So friends, today we've had a look at a nice, bunch of altcoins. Everything from DYDX to Solana to what else was it? Then, Quant, Dodge, Mask, XRP, and King and Queen, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum. And I think I'll call this a show for today. It's been a good one. I hope you feel the same. And if you do, if you like the content, well, if you like the TA especially, do consider, smashing that like, sharing with your friends, loved ones, people who want to learn, and that subscribe button, and especially the notification button, so that you do not miss when I go live or release a video and so on and so forth. Until then, I hope you guys stay safe, and I will hopefully see you on the next one. And take care, and much love, and thank you for tuning in. Good night.